All right, this is my last shot. Instagram is on something else. I'm getting ready to go to bed. My eyes are dry. I'm getting ready to put these eye drops in my eyes and go to bed. I'm going to suck on this lozenge until it's time for me to go to bed because I got to rest my voice. My apologies. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. Like I said, it will just shut off in the middle of your live. I don't know what's going on. But I'm getting ready to wind down. But the moral of the story is this. Marriage is not the problem. It's the people in it. And it's far too easy to get married. And it's far too hard to get divorced. And stop trying to, change up. Stop trying to change people up. You accept them one way and then you want them to be something different. And you got to stop doing that. Okay? You need to know yourself. You need to understand what it is you need. And you need to communicate that in the beginning. Because you're either not doing that and then you're getting with somebody and that person, is saying, oh, great. Thank you so much, Garland Stillwell, for buying a badge. They're like, oh, great. This is great. This is the person I want. And then a year, 2 years, 5 years later, now you're someone different. And they're like, no, that's not what I signed up for. And I'm going to be real with you. If you're married, it's like, then what? What do you do then? You're married to the person. And now they're like, no, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to do this. I want to be at home, or I want you to be 100% provider, or I want you to be a stay-at-home wife and mother, when that's not what she signed up for. And then, that's going to cause a lot of problems. And I'm going to be honest with you, when couples come in and this is their dilemma, I'm kind of befuddled. I'm befuddled because I'm not sure like what, I'm kind of like, okay, okay. I try to come up with some sort of healthy compromise, but I'm just befuddled. Thank you, 38 Hot Apparel Inc. for buying a badge. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, that's it. That's it. That's all I got. Marriage is not the problem. It is the people in the marriage. Yes. Do I think family law is an issue? Yes. I'm not going to deny that. The no-fault divorce is an issue and the family law is an issue. But I think we need to make marriage harder to get into. We need to make marriage harder to get into. And that would cut out a lot of foolishness on the back end. I think if we did that, things would be totally different. But instead, any fool can get married. And then most of y'all are drunk or high when you get married because you're drunk or high on lust or limerence or just a cocktail of hormones. So, and you're marrying strangers. But anyway, I digress. What are your thoughts to what Esther Perel proposed? Marriages should have an automatic sunset period where you have to actively remarry your partner on a routine basis. I'm familiar with that, and I love Esther Perel. I'm very familiar with that, and that it's like I'm torn. I get where she's coming from. I get the premise of it, and I get where she's coming from. I guess as a Christian, as a person of faith, I think that would create some instability in families. That's the part I don't like. I don't like the fact that, let's say if you had to re-up your marriage every 5 years. I don't like the idea of, all these people, wanting to opt out and they have kids, that's the part I don't like. I don't know how I feel about the instability. I think it would make families unstable. That's the part I'm not sure of. But I get where she's going. I do get where she's going, which is, give people some sort of, hatch or clause to get out of it after 5 years and then another 5 years and another 5. Yeah, you could. And in some people's minds, this is really interesting, that could actually make people hold on, is knowing that they have that hatch, I guess, to get out of. So I'm kind of like, as a person of faith, I just say, either you're in or you're out. That's just me. All right. I have got to, men tend to be easier to read before people jump up on me for the last comment. Yeah. Agree on the instability for children, but otherwise, sure. Yeah. Every year, every 2 years, every 5 years. Yeah. I just don't like like I said, I'm a big family person and I want to see people that's why I want marriage to be harder to get into, because I want to see people prioritize the needs of the children. Like, nobody's prioritizing the needs of the children. You have all these grown people getting married, having children, and nobody's prioritizing the needs of the children. And as we've been seeing in 2023, like, we're seeing the fruit of that. We're seeing these kids grow up in all of these broken homes, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So we've got to start prioritizing these kids and giving them some sort of stable environment in which to grow up in, because we're starting to see 18, 19, 20, 22, 24. Like, I see it. My kids are in that age range where I'm starting to see these kids coming from all these broken homes and the stuff that they're doing. And I'm like, yeah, we have to start prioritizing children. That's the part I don't like. So that's it. That's it. Yeah. You must prioritize the needs of the children first. Precisely. That's the problem I have, because it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. But marriage needs to be harder to get into. That's just my thought. Marriage needs to be harder to get into. And if, someone wants to get out of it, there should be, I don't believe in the whole no fault divorce. There should be a reason. Right? It shouldn't just be, oh, we just don't like each other anymore. No, there should be a definitive reason. And you should prove that reason. Like, I do believe in the fault divorce. That's what I have. I have a fault divorce. I have a piece of paper that a judge signed that said, you the problem. You are the problem. Okay? And Anita's not perfect, but, one of us was more imperfect than the other. Pre-marriage counseling should be a brutal, eye-opening process. It is with me. I was talking about that earlier before Instagram kept cutting me off. 6 sessions. You have to come in for 6 sessions. Every session is themed. It's based on family, extended family. It's based on faith and values. It's based on sex. It's based on finances. It's based on, how we're going to, set up our household. I talk about all of those things. All of those things. And like I said, I've had a few couples not get married. Like, things were uncovered in the premarital that made them think twice. And to me, that's what it's supposed to do. It's my job to try to break you up. So that's just me. Why isn't there a routine checkup for marriages like you're supposed to do with your dentist or doctor? Nope. Because like I said, we don't care about marriage in this country. We really don't. We don't care about marriage. It's big business. Marriage is big business. Well, divorce, I should say. Marriage and divorce. Let's keep it real. People are spending upwards of $28,000 for a wedding. People are spending, what was my, I had my, it's over here underneath these papers. People spend on average $26,000 on a divorce. So think about that. $28,000 to get married, $26,000 to get, it's big business. Big business, marriage and divorce. So yeah, that's why the country is like, yeah, let them get married, let them get divorced. And all the while, these people are having kids and the kids are suffering. So that's the part I ain't crazy about. All right, I'm going to bed. I got to put some eye drops in my eyes. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try to save this live, y'all. I don't know what is going on with Instagram. The engagement production can cost a few thousand. Yeah, there are people now, like you said, spending $5,000 on engagement. It's crazy. So not me. I ain't got money for all that. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being patient. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. I'm going to reach out to them, but I've had a couple of influencers where I've been on their live and this has happened. So something is going on with Instagram. Apparently they're doing, changing the platform somehow, and now they have all these problems. But I will see you all another day. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, stay open to love.